So we also had some questions regarding flashlights, lasers, and also how the night mode will work. So we're going to cover that in this short clip here. In terms of the night mode, it's going to happen on Friday, so in the evening at 7 p.m. and also Saturday. So the games will be split between a daytime and evening time. Even though there will still be light out there, everyone should be prepared to go into playing like a night type of game mode. On Saturday, we'll have a little bit short break for dinner time, so it'll also give you guys time to prepare your equipment. In terms of night play and also flashlights. So first thing, flashlights are required. They are primarily a safety equipment. So for example, we have some flashlights here, handheld ones. We recommend having more than one light source. So you can have a handheld, or you can have one mounted on your gun. This is primarily for safety, just in case if you need to illuminate something, either for identification, if you're lost, if you need to signal something for help, or if you're just looking at something that doesn't look right in the terrain, or just general use. We want to make sure that you have a light, that everyone has one, just to see, so they can see at night. The second part to the flashlight is actually when it comes to engagements. So for this event, for night engagements, you have to have either a flashlight on or a tracer on your gun. The way engagements will work, when you see a target, if you're using a flashlight, you illuminate the target, shoot, and then turn the light off. If you have a tracer on your gun, you do not need to illuminate the flashlight. You can just shoot with the tracer, but it's also recommended to have a light on your gun. Why this rule is in place for night engagements is that it both serves as a safety thing, so you can illuminate the target, see what you're engaging at, and also for a gameplay perspective, when you turn on your tracer or light, for the enemy, they can have a chance to kind of, I guess, return fire. Just like how in real life, if you were to open fire, you will have like a muzzle flash or some sort of signature. Basically, you'll lose your concealment, and then the enemy can engage, just to make the game a little bit more fair and just fun for everyone else. When it comes to mounting it on your gun, if you have two guns, so a primary and let's say a secondary, it's recommended that you have the light on your primary. The secondary does not have to have a light on there. However, if you're going to use your secondary to engage, you will still need to illuminate either with a tracer or a light. So for example, we have a pistol with a light on there. If your pistol doesn't have a light, you can use like a handheld. But for your primary, you must have the light mounted on. Doesn't matter how you mount it. You can use your standard rails. If you have Picatinny rails, M-LOK rails. If you don't have any rails, old-fashioned duct tape, just tape it. We don't care how you mount it on, as long as it's on the gun. If you're only using one gun, let's say for example a rifle, pistol only, or an SMG, that gun has to have a light or a tracer mounted on there. Regardless of which one you use for an engagement, you still have to have a light. Now on to tracers itself. Any sort of tracer unit will work. It doesn't have to have muzzle flash. It can just be a standard tracer module. You can only use tracer BBs only. The whole magazine has to be filled with tracers, no salt and pepper, which means you cannot mix tracer BBs with standard BBs and then tracer BBs again. The whole magazine has to be with tracers.
So at a minimum, for a night engagement, you need a flashlight on your gun. You'll come up on your target, you illuminate the target, you'll shoot. Once you finish firing, you'll let go of the light. Also ensure that your light is not under strobe mode, so no strobing. So we'll demonstrate that right now. So if you have a tracer, right, put your tracer on, then you do not need to illuminate your flashlight. Just remember, for the tracer, full tracer BBs in the magazine only, no salt and pepper. We'll now do the demonstration. So for pistols, the easiest way, right, if you run your tracer, run tracer BBs, you can just engage the target as is. Again, no salt and pepper, has to be full tracers in the magazine. If you have a light and no tracer, just engage the light. If you don't have anything on there and you're just carrying as a secondary, you can use a handheld light and combo it together. So now do the demonstration.